transfer of the relics of the Hieromartyr Ignatius, the God-bearer, Bishop of Antioch. January 29th. The holy relics of the Hieromartyr Ignatius, who bore witness to Christ in Rome, are solemnly returned to his episcopal see in Antioch. A heads up in the spirit of transparency. Please be advised that this content may include martyrdom, physical violence, persecution, execution. The Orthodox Church on January 29th commemorates the transfer of the relics of the Hieromartyr Ignatius, the God-bearer, Bishop of Antioch. This observance marks the solemn return of his holy remains to Antioch, his episcopal city, centuries after his martyrdom in Rome. It is important to note that while Saint Ignatius of Antioch is a pivotal figure in the early church, the specific title, Wonderworker, is more commonly associated with Venerable Ignatius, Archimandrite of the Kiev Caves, whose feast day is December 20th. This report focuses on the Hieromartyr Ignatius and the events of January 29th. Saint Ignatius served as the second bishop of Antioch, succeeding the Apostle Peter in that see. During the reign of Emperor Trajan, approximately in 107 AD, Saint Ignatius was arrested for his confession of Christ. He was sentenced to death and dispatched to Rome, where he was to be executed by wild beasts. This journey to Rome became a period of intense spiritual witness. Along the way, he composed 7 epistles addressed to various churches in Asia Minor and to Polycarp, Bishop of Smyrna. These letters stand as foundational texts of early Christian theology, articulating the structure of the church, the nature of the Eucharist, and the reality of Christ's incarnation. In these writings, he also expressed his longing for martyrdom, viewing it as a direct imitation of Christ's suffering and a means of perfect union with God. Upon his arrival in Rome, Saint Ignatius was brought to the Flavian amphitheater, known as the Colosseum. There, before a multitude, he was thrown to wild beasts. He received the crown of martyrdom, offering his life as a testimony to Christ. After his death, the faithful in Rome, with reverence, gathered the larger bones that remained of his body. These precious relics were then transported back to Antioch, the city where he had served as bishop. They were initially interred in a cemetery located in the suburbs of the city. For centuries, these relics were a source of blessing and veneration for the Christians of Antioch. The primary event commemorated on January 29th is the formal and triumphant transfer of these relics from their initial resting place in the suburbs into the city of Antioch itself. This solemn procession occurred around 438 AD and was led by Emperor Theodosius II. The emperor, demonstrating an act of piety, removed his imperial crown and purple robes. He walked with the procession, praying to the holy martyr. His prayer sought forgiveness for the sin of his predecessor, Emperor Trajan, who had condemned Saint Ignatius. The relics were carried with great honor and placed in the Tychaeum, a former pagan temple that had been consecrated and converted into a church. This transfer marked a significant moment for the church in Antioch, solidifying the veneration of its martyred bishop within the heart of the city. The event was celebrated as a great festival, drawing the faithful to honor the Hieromartyr. The relics of Saint Ignatius did not remain in Antioch permanently. Due to the threat of invasion and the changing political landscape, they were later moved for safekeeping to Chalcedon. Eventually, they were translated back to Rome, the city of his martyrdom, where they now rest in the Church of San Clemente. Throughout their various journeys, these relics have continued to serve as a tangible link to the early church and to the unwavering confession of faith made by Saint Ignatius. While Hieromartyr Ignatius is revered for his theological writings and his ultimate witness through martyrdom, the title, Wonderworker, finds its specific association with Venerable Ignatius, Archimandrite of the Kiev Caves. This Saint Ignatius, commemorated on December 20th, lived a life of strict asceticism as the head abbot of the Kiev Caves Lavra. He was known for his piety and his devotion to the monastic community. Through his prayers, he received from God the gift of working miracles, healing the sick and casting out demons. He served as a spiritual father to many, providing counsel to both monks and laity. After his repose, he was buried in the Near, or Anthony Caves of the Kiev Lavra, where he continues to be venerated as a holy monastic and a wonder worker, with the faithful seeking his intercession for healing. The commemoration of the transfer of the relics of Hieromartyr Ignatius of Antioch on January 29th invites the faithful to reflect on the enduring power of a life offered to Christ. His witness, expressed through his epistles and his martyrdom, continues to instruct and inspire. The solemn transfer of his relics underscores the Church's reverence for those who have confessed Christ and the belief that the saints, even in their physical remains, offer a connection to the divine.